Makes sense because it's gonna take a bit. And
Yeah, because doing power rankings is one of those things. What's up? What's going on, guys? It's the Cloud9 podcast, season 1, episode 9. So I'm pretty sure the LEC starts on the 14th, right? Actually,
I believe so. No, it starts the 11th.
the 11th.
The
Okay.
11th.
So with the LEC 2021 summer split starting on June 11th, I thought to myself, let's just talk about the LEC 2021 off season, mid season, off season, whatever you want to call this in between period. There's quite a bit of stuff going on. You had two autofill junglers coming into teams right now, which is interesting. So what do you guys think about that? Actually, either for the
Uh,
current thing we have going on.
I mean, you're a you know LEC and well, you know LEC as much as I do, but I'll let you have
Yeah.
the floor first. It's fine.
I mean, it's definitely interesting and unexpected. It's not the first time that we've seen LEC pros randomly swap to other roles. I think that this is one of the more extreme cases. One of them I understand, the other one I don't.
Yeah.
Uh, so I guess we'll just have to see how everything plays out. But to
Yeah.
some extent, you got to expect the teams have an idea of what they're doing. It's just how much they tell the fan base is, up to them.
Um. Okay. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if you finished. I'm sorry.
No, it's you're good, man. So like with me and some of these role swaps, because we'll talk about them individually. I think one is on like the drastic change because they want to do something better or be known as something different. But like looking at the reality of the situation, I don't think it's gonna happen. No, and that's not the Fnatic one. I'm talking about the SK Gaming one. The Fnatic one, like I would say the roof is on fire and the dogs are dying, but how would I really know? And people always ask us this, or when I post these things on Reddit, they're like, how do you guys know all these things? Or like, you guys are just complaining. It's like, what do you want us to do? Like, I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
this
we're
is just
just
my
going off
opinion.
the information we have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't claim to be a professional. I know some people in the scenes, obviously, but like the issue here is obviously if I see someone like that, I'm just gonna give my opinion on it. Like, so I think I posted in like the Cloud9 Facebook group, where this is like a lot of Cloud9 fans. I was like, why is Sven switched out over Blabber? You know what I mean? And then they're like, well, Blabber's been
Mhm.
2-time MVP. Okay, I'm not saying like it's like I love when you give a fucking reasonable thing and then someone's always like, well, X reason that doesn't matter. I'm like, dude, you just didn't even answer my question. I don't care if it's answered, but don't give me bullshit. 2-time MVP doesn't mean shit. We're going back off this the recent performance. He played pretty bad. And there was a guy like Sven played pretty well at the beginning of him aside. It was only toward the later games he started falling off, in my own personal opinion, And it's one of these things right now, because we'll talk about right now, which is, Bwipo is, moving to the jungle position, obviously, for the LEC 2021 summer split. And I mean, people are kind of making like certain inferences on what that means. Obviously, there was that big blow up that, Selfmade had. People started, roasting Selfmade. He started roasting them back. That shit was hilarious. Selfmade, he tweeted at Nemesis and he was like, what happened against TES in game 4? He was like, jungle gap. I was like, man, holy shit. Like, Selfmade is awesome. And like, even when you're talking about certain players, I don't know why people wants a player to be themselves yet criticizes them when they're being themselves. It blows my mind. You know what I mean? Like, how does that even make sense?
Yeah.
But,
But I was gonna say with the roster moves, I see a very um um the trend that Alfari's talking about is really happening, and and the I'll go into further detail as we talk about, but it's just this trend is not good for the LEC. It's not very productive.
like, what do you mean? So, like, basically,
So like
the
here's
rookie
the thing:
craze. It's the rookie craze, isn't it?
the outside of the Ricky crate. Well, it's a the thing about the Ricky crate, the Ricky craze, the
Mhm.
veterans being tossed out so quick. Um, Teams making moves just to make worlds, not really to build up a cohesion and develop a player. Um, making these drastic moves because maybe if you get to Worlds, that might you could get more sponsors, you could get more money, other things. So like I think it's not a very healthy ecosystem. Like their ecosystem, I would say before was healthy, but now with like you're bringing back a guy like Nuke Duck that hasn't performed, and then like Denick is finally seeing his spot. It's like okay, I can see Denick getting more playtime than Nuke Duck because you know what you're getting with Nuke Duck. That's just a quick example. So,
Yeah.
but we'll dive more into that. But those are the three things that I see. It's just like it's not good. Like I want us. You should be able to play as a player right now in the LEC, unless you are an established player or you showed you made your value in the split. You don't even know if you're lasting the end of spring or summer anymore, and that's not a good thing as a job security as someone who plays as a professional. So
Yeah. So like my thing is what is so good about all these rookies that they're literally going like, okay, we see what the rookies are doing in EU Masters, right? And then like the owners are going, well, we could just get these players for a cheap contract, like because they're business owners and want to save money, obviously. Like my friend said,
Mm-hmm.
the LEC owners they don't care about the kind of money that they spend. They're rich. I'm like, that's you mean for LCS? LEC is a little bit more different there. Like certain teams have a lot of money in the LEC, but other teams don't. It's like, and even like, how do we know they're rich? Like, it's one of those things I don't want to get into, obviously, but it's like when you're looking at the rookies of EU Masters, right? You have to kind of factor in two different things. Like, what is the goal of grabbing those rookies, though? And then because we've seen them grab rookies, right? And then they switch them out. Like just this past LEC 2021 spring split, right when it was over, Excel got rid of Checolad, which was
Mm-hmm.
pretty interesting. They got rid of Checolad. Then you also had SK Gaming getting rid of Tinks. So like
Mm-hmm.
Mad Lions ended up getting rid of Shadow. What people said, well, they only had Shadow for a whole year. It's like they still got rid of him. Like they didn't
that
keep
was a
him
whole
long
year
term.
though. But that's the thing
Yeah.
that was a whole
Yeah, the
year.
whole year versus one split, and I mean, you can't deny the fact that they got the upgrade when they picked up LUAF. Like,
Yeah, but at least in Mad Lion's case, they did keep him for an entire year. They were just pretty much scapegoating Shadow and Roman with all their issues. That was just the thing. But I don't know why people are tunneling so hard on these rookies. Like some of these rookies have come in. I mean, these players look pretty darn average. Like I thought Maliksa had some promise because he had a few good games, and I was like, okay, Maliksa has a few good games. Let's see what this guy obviously has to, have in the LEC. Like, let's see what he can do. But no. And then now you have Leader on Team Vitality, and he's not really a rookie. Like he played on Misfits back in 2019. When they were fucking having their roster implosion of that super team. And it's just like, well, what is Team Vitality gonna do? Because they shown they did it too. And like, Excel's like thing where they fucking took out Checolad. The thing with what was the other team I had just said? That took out rookies.
Uh,
Vitality or SK?
Mad Lions.
Wasn't another team too?
Um,
Well, Vitality, SK, or
Yeah, sorry. So SK and Excel both showed that they are willing to take out a brand new rookie that
Astralis
just
too.
started. Astralis did it too, and then it was only just Excel getting ragged on. I'm like Astralis, Team Vitality, SK Gaming, all just started a rookie this spring split for 2021 LEC spring, and then they just got rid of them. But only Excel is getting ragged on. That's not fair. Like Team Vitality literally brought in Shigenda. Where is he now? He's in the academy scene, right? They're playing like BLT. I mean, sorry, SLT, right? So that's my thing is that they're not even really committed to these rookies and their growth long term either. And then like the LEC teams are getting praised. Oh my god, the LEC teams are developing a lot of talent. No, I just saw 3 rookies get teams right now this past LEC 2021 spring, and then now they're not even on the main rosters. These teams are not committed long term. They're not either. So what do you guys think actually about that?
well, here's the thing, right? So the problem I see here is that like we're seeing the value of like say of Otawamne, who was on first he was on Splice, right? Then he was on Schalke, and now he gets to go on a good team. Where if he was on a good team before, he probably might have got a champion. I think if you put Otawamne on like
G
Fnatic
two.
G2 Fnatic, he
Yeah.
still performs.
Remember when
Um,
Kikis was on G2? I genuinely think if that was Otawamne, they still would have won because they were
they
just that insane.
they would have won. So like
Mhm.
the problem I see here is that these like in the case of SK, which I'm sure we're gonna delve in more. Um, yeah, I know that like coaches band-aid like Young Buck band-aided when he had Nemesis and Caps, but that's what teams have to do to win. But at least it was a year. Like, what are you like? I get you want world aspirations, but sometimes like look at Rogue, right? Rogue started off with their a shit team, 10th place, finally got to playoffs, finally like did good like in a series, and
Mhm.
then they just slowly became a better org, and then they just made they made like one or two pieces. They got rid of Vander, and they got a rookie and they got a veteran. That is okay with me, like because it's not
Mhm.
a big change. Like, and people don't realize it messes up team cohesion. Like when you take out
Mhm.
too many people and you're not putting in similar parts, you're gonna have issues. That's why I think um that's why I think Rogue was okay. This last split, was because they have so many veterans and people that's like been to Worlds, been to best of fives and
Mhm.
playoffs, that they can, fix their problems quicker. Again, I don't know if these orgs are really like, we gotta make Worlds. Worlds, like, it's okay if you don't make Worlds. Like some teams when they're in the NBA, they're garbage, and then after a few years, they get better because they, like, look at the Nuggets. The Nuggets were a joke for
The Nuggets have
years.
been, yeah, like the Nuggets, the Bucks. These teams are
The
jokes.
Jazz.
Trailblazers.
Yeah,
The Suns are interesting, but yeah,
the
I
Suns are
get what you're
back
saying.
now. Yeah, so like, and then like are teams only getting these players because like they perform EU Masters too? Like that's there's so many question marks about these moves that I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't see the point in bringing in a rookie and you're being like, okay, we're all bought into this rookie, and then switching him out after one split. Like, at least give him a full year. Now, to be fair, if they are having problems in a team environment and they don't want to do either what the coach and the coaching staff wants out of them, then they're not really putting too much effort into solo queue or scrims, give or take, then yeah, you probably want to remove that guy. But that's what you sign up for when you obviously buy into a rookie, though. They don't know these things. You have to basically kind of, I'd say, mold them into these things, but that's the nature you bring on when bringing in a rookie. They don't know these things, you know? Even they asked the
Yeah.
G2 players, like when they swapped out Perks, and they didn't know who they were going to get, obviously, when it was announced that Perks was leaving and going to Cloud9. They said they didn't even want a rookie because you have to teach rookies all these new things, you know? So I don't know. It just depends on how the LEC does things. I just don't like when certain teams get ragged on and others do the exact same thing and the other ones don't get flamed for it. And I'm saying you have to flame. I'm just saying like SK swapped out a new player they just started. Astralis just swapped out a new player they just started. Team Vitality just swapped out a player they just started.
Wait, who did Astralis swap out?
I think they're swapping out who did they swap out? Oh, Nuke Duck. But to be fair, no. Was it Astralis, Warren?
Yeah,
Well,
well, Nuke Duck was there, but then Magic Felix came in, and Magic Felix is playing better there than he was at Fnatic. It's not really a rookie, but it's more a sense like a guy that was in the scene was in a different org, which we've seen that happen where you're in a different team in any sport, and your career was like kind of stagnant, and then you finally go to a different team, and you're like, okay, we see what the potential you had. Some people just don't flourish in a certain environment. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah.
that's about the Astralis thing. Go ahead, T Root.
Well, I was gonna say I don't think Astralis isn't making any moves. Like they're sticking with their, their roster that they got now, which is surprising, honestly, but good on them.
Um, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they only made one move, which was the
And that was in the middle of spring, like in week 3 or 4, is when they brought in or they brought in Magic Felix to replace Nukta.
But I think Nuke Duck, and that's another thing is the mental issues. People, I'm starting to see a trend even on Twitter, with like people saying how mental health is so crazy because of the pressures of being a professional, living up. Because outside of playing for the org, you got sponsors and they give you incentives too that you don't even know about as well. And if you don't live up to them, you feel like you let yourself down. You probably let your family down. And that could weigh on you, and that could affect your performance too. So we don't know the mental health and these kids are like 18, 17. Like they're just fresh out of like they don't even know how to live by themselves.
Some like dropped out of school just to do
Yeah.
this too. So when you factor in you dropped out of school to do this, and then when you do this, you get kicked off a team after one split, whether they judge your performance and your whole career off one split, and then now, well, you quit school, so this is all you have, and now if you can't get a team, you'll just be stuck playing the academy scene for the rest of your career. Like that's definitely going to take a toll on your mental state. It's like, I don't know. It just goes into the community as well. I think the community, like, they have such high expectations for these players, it's just out of this world. Like, even just the LCS, despite how dog shit it is for the LCS, like, there's always big expectations for the players, obviously. And it's like, well, you can't say they're bad, they're bad, and then get mad when they don't perform, Like, that's a self-defeating fucking, what's that thing? Self-defeating mentality. Like, if they're bad and they're not that good as the other players on the other, regions like LPL and LCK, I'm not expecting them to win, though. I didn't predict Cloud9 to win MSI 2021. I thought RNG was going to win. I literally predicted RNG. That episode got, like, accidentally deleted, but we literally all picked RNG. There's a reason why. I wasn't picking Cloud9. Are you out of your mind? I don't have Cloud9's dick so far in my fucking mouth that I can't see straight. Like, it's ridiculous,
Like Freak?
Oh my god. Okay, Warren. Like, there's a reason, because people say, well, they predicted for G2 to beat, like, because they had commented, they're like, well, didn't you predict G2 to win MSI 2019? Yeah, I did, because they actually were a good team. Like, that's not bias. Like, I knew they would win. Well, at least I knew that they would have a potential to win MSI 2019. Because right when I got because I predicted that day, I predicted IG to beat TL upset IG. And then in the car going home with my friend, I said, if G2 defeat SKT, they're going to win. Because there's no way G2 are losing to Team Liquid. Like, that's not happening in the finals. And, well, look what happened. And it's one of these things where, like, if you know how to play League, or you've been watching for a very long time, you know what is a good team, how they move around the map, what they do on certain objective timers, what they do when certain summoner spells are down, what they're doing when they're pushing up their lanes or they're fixing their lane state for, their teammates. Like, just, these things. These aren't unheard of concepts. I don't know where this comes from, where people are like, well, like, how do you know they're a good team? Were you watching the games? You would know that. You could tell me what they're doing good. So it's one of these things where, like, there's so much expectations from these guys that I think I would say people need to temper them down, but it's not going to happen. When you're in a high pressure environment like MSI or Worlds, these things are just going to naturally happen. But in terms of, Fnatic, like, for just how Fnatic has been, doing certain things, like, what'd you think, Warren, for like Fnatic?
Oh,
split? Yeah, because they've been a train wreck this whole split. Which is really crazy. I genuinely believe they had a good team. I do. There's no way you're gonna tell me that Bwipo, Selfmade, Nemesis, Hailsing, and fucking Niski should not work out as a team. Like, arguably, that should have been a top 3 team. Arguably, top 3 team.
I think what happened was Reckless was Perks for Fnatic, and like he was the level head that probably kept Bwipo and Selfmade, like, when they start, maybe like in the comps, like, I Selfmade, I'm gonna do Bwipo, I'm gonna do no. He'd be like, calm down, guys, we're gonna do this, because Reckless, because he's not the leader, but he's like the mediator. And I
Yeah,
feel like,
yeah.
yeah, that's kind of how I felt.
Mhm.
So when you lose that component, just like how G2 lost Perks, who was their leader, these components you have to find players that compensate or comparable. So like just because they got G2 got Reckless doesn't mean you're getting a leader in Perks. And just because you got Niski who's a team player doesn't mean you have someone that's going to be vocal, speaking up, or like mediating, or being the one that's level-headed in like real dire situations.
Yeah. So like with Fnatic, to me, they always seem to draft in a certain way. And you notice these things after watching teams for online. I've been watching Fnatic since 2014. And I've watched them go through many roster iterations. Even from that period alone, when I first started watching them, I've watched them go through many roster iterations. And it's always some of the same things that you hear over the years. Management issues, players not seeing eye to eye. And the reason why they get blown up in a certain way is because it's in an extreme way. Like I remember in 2017 World, so as if you're blowing up on Twitter about the team. It's like, okay, yeah, that I get, that's his personality. He just does that kind of thing. But that's pretty much indicating that these guys are having a lot of major issues, though. It's always something with them. It's just as bad as TSM. They're always having issues.
Right.
It's just like winning, but the difference with TSM and Fnatic is, well, one team actually does well internationally sometimes, and TSM is, well, they're TSM. So
They're the meme.
yeah, but it's the same thing. It's always coaching staff issues. Players are seeing eye to eye. Mithy literally said, I shit you not. Go back and watch Thorin's a Reflections episode with Mithy. He literally said at Worlds they never could agree on a draft. No wonder why they're picking Kha'Zix in Game 3 of Worlds 2020 quarterfinals against Top Esports. No wonder why they're picking Kha'Zix in Game 3 and griefing a series over. They couldn't agree on anything. Like, what is that? You can't agree on a draft when you have a week to prepare? That is absolutely ridiculous, And then you have the whole Young Book situation that happened in 2019, where he talked about two players didn't put a lot of effort into solo queue. Two players wanted to put more effort into like scrims, like and you have what the.
Yeah, I think the vacuum is telling you to shut up your stupid opinions.
Well, T, what's your opinion on this?
I mean, this is definitely one of the more confusing roster moves from a Fnatic standpoint. Like, I get a lot of the memes, but also some of the press release they're trying to put out about it. Especially if you go back and listen to Adam's interview with Lore. I'm optimistic. I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't know if this will like automatically catapult them into like top 3 status, but I think that there are improvements this roster has than the previous iteration.
I think their highest ceiling was going to be like 4th or 5th. I just can't see them doing better than G2, Mad, or Rogue. So you're in that. You're already in that 4th.
I can see them doing better than G2.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
no way. You're capping, dude.
I don't know, man.
You're capping. Holy shit.
But I like T-Root and Ravioli. I love them for this. They're so blindly optimistic. I love it.
That's the most cap thing I've seen. You're telling me right now that you think Adam is going to be better than Odoamne, Wonder.
Well, I didn't say he's going to be better than Odoamne. I'm just saying that Fnatic this is literally I think, the weakest G2 has looked in a while.
No way! Oh my! Where's my window to jump out of right now? G2 wasn't weak, dude. The problem is that they didn't have a leader. There's a difference between having weak. Like, can we say that even though they had close series, right? They played pretty good. Like, it was pretty like except on the Mad series. I think G2 got humbled. That was the thing. They got humbled. Like, remember, I'm pretty sure everyone around the table, G2 was like the SKT for a time in EU. Like, people didn't want to go up against G2. Like, they were like, if you beat G2, it was like beating the Bulls back in the 90s. Like, oh my God, we just beat the Bulls. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm just going to have 500 kids now because I did it. I beat Michael Jordan in the regular season. It was just like.
I have a lot of sex,
Yeah,
so
no,
you know,
totally.
I could have a ton of kids, you know.
Okay, this is why I should never mention sex. But you get my point is like G2 was feared in LEC for a time, and then there was like it was G2 and then everybody else. Now it's like, oh, it's G2. Oh, we have a chance. So Strauss actually has a chance, not because like
Yeah.
it's because teams are actually caught up. Now, like the Adam thing, me personally about Fnatic and SK and some of these teams, I think they're just cheap. Straight up, I just think they are cheap. Like look through Fnatic's history. They've never really bought like a top player or spend money. Like you're telling me if you threw down money at Caps, he would have not stayed. Like come on, man. Like I just don't believe that. You know what I mean? Or like you picking up Adam because like they let go of Selfmade. I'm sure Adam's not being paid the same contract as Selfmade, so you just saved yourself money. Like people don't look at that aspect too.
I don't know what Selfmade's contract was, but I think Adam's contract at the buyout was about 400K. Like the buyout alone.
It was like 250, right? Like USD. It was like 275 in euros. 275,000 in euros, right?
No, it was 275 American, 400,000 euro.
275K is still not that like compared to like other contracts we've seen. 275K is not a lot compared to like other.
Well, again, that's solely for the buyout. I don't know like how many years they signed Adam to, like so the whole cost of the contract.
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like they might have bought him out. That might, but also include like the
buyout clauses that go with that. The immediate money you have to pay up to like buy the contract. Like I know what you're saying. Like did they basically waste money picking up a rookie? But to be fair, there's other like what's that word? Situational context too. Like Selfmade. It was very clear Selfmade did not want to play there anymore. It's very clear he didn't want to play. So I could see it from, the management perspective of, okay, this guy doesn't want to play here anymore. Vitality were willing in the 2020 offseason to buy a super team. They have money. Let's just sell him to Team Vitality. That makes sense right now because you're getting money for him. And that's what the orgs need. They need money, obviously. But my thing here is, like, I just don't see them being better than, like, the other teams, at least Mad, Rogue, and G2. Like, Schalke, I think they can beat Schalke because Schalke have their own other issues with bringing in a new jungler and a new mid laner. So that's also, they're approaching the exact same boat there. So that's probably the team you want to definitely take out.
This situation's a little bit more borderline messed up due to the fact with the money issues because of COVID, which really impacted a lot of these sports teams sponsoring, just like Golden Guardians. Like if Oracle Arena was open right now, right, for the Golden State Warriors, I think they would have kept the Golden Guardians team, but they just didn't have the money. Like same thing for Abadage. And it's funny that we're talking about the rookies too, because think about it. Could you imagine if Splice at that time, Schalke, and I'm trying to figure out who was the other,
like back in the day teams with like who tried out
like 2018, 2019 or
yeah, I'm talking about the three rookies.
Yeah,
the three rookies. Now imagine if they just said after once, but oh, Humanoid, we don't want you no more. Oh, Abadaga, you're bad.
Bye, Kabe.
or Nemesis, you're bad. Could you imagine that? Like,
remember
so ridiculous.
Visit Chachi on Unicorns of Love back in the day. Imagine just saying fuck you to Visit Chachi after like one split. What the hell? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I don't understand with some of these like LEC teams is that everyone keeps telling you this narrative of they're all built into this rookie talent. They always build them up. Okay, I literally just this past split saw 3 rookies come in and just leave. That's interesting. I'm not saying this is the whole thing. I'm not saying they always do this, but that is like, okay, do they really want to build these people up, or is this just for a cheap contract? One would never know. But in terms of just Fnatic, like I don't like because they had a 4-game winning streak, this past split for a little bit. It looked like they were playing really well. I remember we did videos like it looked like they were playing really well, but it might be because of like band-aid situations or things like that. So I just don't automatically think Bwipo is going to be better than a player like Selfmade.
Oh hell no!
But could he be a better team player than Selfmade, which is going to boost the team morale? That's a plus in and of itself. But will that win you a lot of games? We don't know.
Yes.
We'll have to see. Like it's one of those things in solo queue. You guys have probably had this before. Like someone plays your role, but they play it really. They play a role and they always feed in it. So you think to yourself, "Hey, I'm just gonna go do it myself." And then you become good at that role, so you just take that role. That exactly happened for me. I kept having shitty top laners. I think I was a support main when I first started. I was like, I'm going to top lane. Well, I bounced off each role between top and support when I first started. Those are the only good roles that I can play. I'm like, fuck this. I'm just going to play top and carry games. And then I kept watching my ADC grief games over. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to play ADC now. So I ended up at one point just maining top and ADC. But I can play all the roles. It's just more like, I can see his point of view. Like, this guy is not providing what the team needs in the jungle position, so I'll just come to the jungle position. But then from those DMs, it was like, well, they gave people the ultimatum to pick, right? And that's too much power for one player to have, having one player decide who gets to be on the team. That's not right.
I thought it was either Bwipo or either Bwipo stays or Selfmade or either Selfmade leaves or Bwipo, and he was like that puts Bwipo in a because I think I think Fnatic wanted Alfari. Remember, they really wanted Alfari. They even mentioned that in a sense. So
oh yeah, remember when Worlds 2020 was over? That article came out where they announced which top laners they were actually looking for, and it did not include keeping Bwipo. People were like, "Oh, that's kind of fucked up."
Yeah, so it's not like this is like something that they've been like trending towards. But looking at Fnatic, let's see, Adam, rookie player, mid lane, Niski, veteran, Hillsang can be Captain Int or Captain Great, and then Upset's not really a team leader, so Bwipo was put into like this ideal situation right now because he's basically the face of Fnatic because Reckless left, right? So that's the way I look at it. T-Root.
Yeah, no, I think that this is definitely going to solve one of the issues Fnatic had, where I don't think that they had a clear in-game leader, kind of a too many cooks in the kitchen situation, and with the way that they're posturing Bwipo to be like, he's going to be our new jungler and he's going to be our in-game leader. I think they're trying to kind of shore up some of the in-game communication issues that they might have been having, so it's not like so many overlapping decisions. Like, even if you look at a couple games, you definitely can see times where Selfmade's just kind of off on his own or like engaging too quickly before the team can catch up, and that's why they lost a couple key games. So I get the rationality. It'll just in practice, it'll be the trick.
Right.
Yeah, like there was a few games they played against Mad Lions. Just is for any fan out there, and we don't just rag on teams here. That's not what we're saying. I'm just speaking generally from my opinion, right? Go look at the Mad Lions. Oh, yeah, unless you're bad teams like them. Go back and watch the Fnatic game against Mad Lions. There's one game, I think like Karzi was on Zaya. Go look at what these certain Fnatic players do in this fight. And then it's blown out of their minds they lost this fight. You have
it was game one. Game 1, week 2.
Yeah, like they literally could have won the game. It was in their hands to win. They just throw it. And that was their story.
Self-made on Evelyn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we talked. Yeah, dude, he like him and Hillsang literally threw the game. I was like, well, are they the Red Cross? Like, are they the like quarterbacks? Or how much can they throw? Because Fnatic, there was like they played bad, right? But there were certain games where they could have won. Like they ended up with the 9-9 record, right? Like overall, if they hadn't thrown a lot of these games, they could have been like 12-5, maybe. 14-4.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see like a 10-6, right? Yeah,
10-8.
10-8. I can see that for sure.
Because like, what else do you do? Like, I get both sides of the coin. I get selling him right now for money, right? And I get you have to get him out. But then again, Bwipo kind of is autofilling jungler. Like, this is what no one else brought up either. It's like, there's a reason why Perk's role swap was questioned, though. I mean, even when, like, he did it, there's videos on the channel in the past where I've said he's not going to be the reason why they're going to win. It's going to be because they have Caps, Yankos, and Wonder, and Mickey X. We were considered some of the best players in EU. How does Bwipo translate being a jungler? Like, remember,
I think
so when you're playing jungle, my thing here is there's a lot of intricate things you need to know and do that a new person doing it just wouldn't know. Like, what if you're behind and the game just is stale? Like, you're just not doing anything. What does he do? Like, there's a lot of things. But yeah, T-Root, what did you want to say?
Well, I was gonna say, like, I get the argument that there's like, does he understand pathing? Does he understand comeback mechanics? You know, when to gank, that kind of stuff. But one thing that I've noticed with a lot of players who have swapped between top and jungle is the overlap in champion pool. I feel like a lot of champions that are good in the jungle are picks that Bwipo understands how to play, and that's just a matter of the act of jungling. You know, can he do that well? Because even if you brought up Kikis earlier, I mean, how many times has that guy swapped between being a jungler and being a top laner?
It was just that one time, right? He's mostly been a jungler, but that one time where because he really didn't want to be a top laner, but later on he decided I'll just jungle again. And I see your point there. Like, not every case is like this guy just doesn't know anything. He just doesn't play. He just doesn't main that role. So obviously he's not gonna be able to show what he knows. But that's my only problem with. I think Bwipo will be a better facilitator than Selfmade was, not better jungler. And I think if like, because they don't they play on two patches between like when a split, right? They play on the patch for the regular season, and the patch for the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So is he flexible?
Well,
like,
yeah.
If the meta changes and it goes to like a,
and then there's a patch for 4 worlds.
Yeah. So like between these 3 patches potentially, or 2, let's say max 2, right? Is he flexible? Even if I do make worlds, right? Is he flexible enough to play a ton of different jungle styles, like a Rengar Kha'Zix meta, a Sejuani Gragas meta, an Elise Lee Sin meta? Well, yeah, he played Lee Sin. He played Lee Sin. We both he would definitely play Lee Sin.
I was gonna say 2018 Bwipo, where he swapped between playing Bruiser top and Mage bot. Like, he knows how to comfortably roll
being
swap.
Being a bot laner is not being a jungler, though. Like, yeah, I understand that, but being a bot lane is not being a jungler, though. A jungler has such influence around the map, though. And plus, like, were they really challenged that split, dude? Like, were they really challenged?
2018 summer, yeah.
Like, if you put it in this perspective, right? If I ask you guys this one question, you guys would handily agree. Do you think Damwon Gaming, this is just an example, would be a good team without Canyon?
No.
Okay, that's how important a jungler is.
That's how important he is to the team. Like, I watched his mic check about certain things he was saying, even in the finals that they lost. That guy, oh my god, I don't know if that's out of context clips that they put out in these mic checks, but those demo players are almost geniuses, and they're not just like shouting certain shit. They're like, Kenyon's like, hey, stay right here, don't do anything. I'm taking drag. Like, am I clear? They're like, yeah, you're good, dude. They didn't question it at all. They're just like, I'm taking dragon right now. Don't do anything. Just wait. Whether it's, Western players like, I'm taking drag. Oh, we're fighting. We just lost a team fight. No fucking shit. You just fought 3v5 and lost, and your jungler's taking dragon. No shit what you lost. Like,
yeah.
But I mean, I truly honest, I hope they don't do bad. I never hope a team does bad, especially with like Fnatic or like Legacy Wars. I hope they do well. I really do. Like, I genuinely think, for me personally, the highest I can see them reaching is like 4th. If Team Vitality that doesn't like work out, or Shaka doesn't work out,
honestly,
I think 4th is the highest I can see him at. Because like, who would be better than them? XL, Misfits.
Honestly, I see them this split 5th or 6th.
5th or 6th
at the end of regular season or at end of playoffs.
At the end of regular season, I
6th
see
place. That's a high
because once we do the rankings, I'm gonna have a weird set of rankings because I just
SK Gaming at 1st place.
Oh God, no! That's Jesus Christ! I can't wait to talk about that. That was just
that's a nice topic, actually. So Fnatic is done. Upset. played really well, and I hope he gets to stay with Fnatic. This is the first big org he's had.
I would love for
I
him to
hope they
get to
put a-
Worlds.
Yeah, dude, I would love for it,
Finally.
but maybe he's cursed, man. Maybe he's cursed like I am with women. You know, maybe he just can't go to Worlds. But hey, you never know. A great player that was in the LPL that never got a chance to go to Worlds. I don't know if he retired. Was a SMLZ. That guy was fucking insane.
No,
Like,
he's still
He's still around.
He's
Really?
still around. He's
that
on
guy's
a new
insane,
team.
dude. That guy's insane, dude.
He's only
Why is it-
22 or
He's an old
23.
man. He's an old man at this
Wow.
I was
point.
gonna say, didn't he like start on OMG or something?
Yeah, he was
Death
on
sentence.
OMG, and then
The
they
death sentence.
Yeah. But SK, man, I think that org is on some cocaine. Like,
Oh yeah,
Jess
Treatz
is
moves to
yeah,
jungles and Jez is moved to support. I mean, when you sent me that news, I thought that shit was April Fool's. I'm like, is it April yet? Are we in April Fools? This is retarded. And then when I
I
read the
don't get
press
why you
release,
bring back Jesus. He was never good.
he was never good as a support anyway. The team's macro was good, probably because of him. But that doesn't mean he was individually good as a support.
I mean, he got to quarterfinals, so I mean that can't be that bad.
Caps and Broxa carried him. I'm just saying though, man. Soaz carried him. I'm
True.
just saying though, that
True.
French baguette.
Yeah, I got a French baguette for you.
Warren, where would it go? In my butt?
Armpit.
Oh, okay. That's not where things go. But okay, so like the press release was like the players wanted to play with Jezus. So there's many different scenarios. But after watching League all these many years, I know how this went. Tinks probably didn't want to buy into the team's vision of scrims, fucking how they play the game, or I'm not saying he's toxic, but I didn't say that. Scrims, how they play the game, how we tackle solo queue. Players probably didn't like that. They're like, management, we got to make a change because it's not working out with Tinks. Not because he's toxic. Sometimes, guys, it's not because a player is toxic. It's just because it just doesn't work out. Sometimes it just doesn't work. They're probably like, hey, management, we got to make a
see
change.
Treatz's thing?
Dude, he's that. Yeah, I did. So for me, in his thing, it was that that's some PC bullshit. Like, why would he just casually, optimally pick being a jungler? He literally said in his press release he was one of the best supports in the LEC. I even had him as my MVP of the spring, dude. Like, he was absolutely amazing. He's the reason why I think SK Gaming got to playoffs. He played amazing in that Fnatic best of 5. There's no way, he says it himself, you saw him play, because anybody that saw him play knew he was great at it. Why would he just why would he just pick to be a jungler? This is just how I see things, man. They like it wasn't working out. It was like drastically getting worse. They're like, fuck it. We just gotta have a change. So we'll just take our best player and put him in the jungle position. It's like, why not just get a new jungler? And they were like, well, due to the time constraints of how things are, we couldn't obviously, get somebody new. So what do you guys think? That's just me. Like, I'm not saying what I'm saying is right. I'm just saying that's how it looks to me personally.
You can go to your. I'll piggyback after.
I mean, I don't. This is definitely a confusing one. Like, I don't know if they're trying to like copy Dead FM, where they feel like having a coach play support is helpful in some way. I do think in this case, maybe either keeping Tinks or getting their backup jungler from SK Prime might have been better than just moving Treatz over, because I think it'd be better to just have Treatz as like, I guess, Jez's backup if they really wanted to make a swap that badly. But this one, I don't have a rationality for it. I don't understand it, honestly.
Dude, when you sent me this, I thought this was April Fool's. I'm like, Warren, it's June. April is a month away, dude. Like, what the fuck? I mean, like, thank you guys who watched the video. It did pretty well. The channel just recently hit 700 subscribers. The videos recently have been really well. Like, thank you. But it's like, when I'm sitting here, like, watching these videos, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, all right, as SK Gaming, because like Jez has said, they just want to be more than just a playoff spot team. They want to do well in the
World's
LEC.
aspiration. They
want to go to Worlds, right? Good luck with that when there's G2, Mad Lions, Rogue, low-level-ish Fnatic, right? Good luck with that. If they can't even beat Fnatic with the autofill jungler, you are not going to Worlds. So I'm sorry. You can't. If you can't even beat Fnatic, you're not going.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think you know what it is. I think SK saw the progression of how Rogue has gotten to Worlds after what is it like basically 2 year, well basically a year and a half to 2 years, or like basically at a high level,
Mhm.
and like they're saying to themselves, how can we be the up and coming rogue or a top five org? But you do it slowly, like you had the
Mhm.
hype around Finn, and then like the players got better, and they switched out some pieces, and they got Vander and all that stuff. Like the thing is like I first of all, Jesus hasn't been. Jesus is like Tim Tebow. Like they somehow he somehow manages to get like to play, and even though he's not that great.
It's like the Hooney thing, right? He just randomly people just want to play him. Like
I
what?
mean, who? Yeah. He's doing fine on TSM. Stop it. Stop it.
All
Stop
right.
it.
Are you a
Okay.
TSM apologist like you are for the MCU?
Not an apologist, but like the whole thing about SK, like I'm looking at this roster, so we saw that Genax could carry. So okay, because he played pretty good. Like he wasn't the four trick that we think he is. He played his Gnar and Jace pretty good, right? Okay, Blue was a little bit disappointing, but rookie. Okay, Jezu, rookie. Okay, Tinks, rookie. Like you literally have three. Was it four or three rookies? I'm trying because
Technically four. Everybody but Gen X counted as a rookie.
right. Well, Treatz is more of a veteran, right? So they had three rookies. I don't get it. Like just like what could have gotten wrong in the back, the this behind the scenes that you have to make um Jez's come back from retirement, because I think he's a pretty decent coach. I'm not gonna lie, I think he is.
Yeah, you could tell like certain things in the game, the way that SK Gaming played this past split, you could tell like they had a good idea of what they wanted the macro to be. It's
Like
just
the identity, yeah.
like the execution with having three rookies, it's just gonna be hard, you know.
Right.
But like
Mhm.
if the players are like, hey, we want you to be our support, dude, let's be honest here. Are you the head coach or are you their bitch? They're like, hey,
I mean, if they
play
really
support.
decide
Are you
on,
a bitch or something?
because the thing is that they have an academy team where they could literally have done what Schalke did and just be like, okay, we're gonna bring our support um from our team, and then find a new support for their academy team,
Yeah.
and they could have done, and they have a jungler too, so they could have easily swapped them out. But I guess they felt because they've built up a what like that guy, that general manager and his nonsense culture there, and there's world aspirations. Fucking idiot. No offense. Uh, like, dude, like, come on, like, let's be for real. You have world aspirations with an autofill jungler, a guy that's been on an oxygen tank and behind the scenes with a cane, basically in legal. And you really think you're gonna win? Come on, man. You need to be real with yourself, and like, don't. And this again, this is an org being cheap. Like, could you? Okay, think about it. Jesus is already contracted. Treats is already contracted. So basically, they
Mhm.
just saved money this whole split because they just didn't. Like, it's such a scummy move if you think about it.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm not trying to be a dick, but whoever does SK Gaming's PR for their players, or if, I don't know if the players do it themselves, you guys are lying out your ass. Treatz, I like you. I had you as my MVP. I think you're a great support player. I think you could have got on a better team, honestly. Right? But there's no way I believe that you know
Yep.
yourself you were one of the best players, and you in your press release are going, well, the team asked me to be a jungler. Oh my god. There's no way you blindly, optimistically went into that. No way. I don't fucking believe that for a second. No.
Well, he says not
fucking
long
way.
term, so that's
Yeah.
good.
So at least he knows, like, thank God, at least he knows he won't be doing that for real. Because, like,
Yeah.
he knows himself. Like, imagine having a split of your career and then not being able to play that role again to show you have more promise, because that would have probably led him to being on a team. Like, let's say Mickey X retires, potentially him being on G2. Let's say if Hillsang leaves Fnatic, him being on Fnatic, him being on Mad Lions, Rogue, bigger orgs like that.
Believe it or not, I think this is my hot take. I think Treatz is going to be better than Bwipo, because the thing about
Okay.
the thing is, like, as a support, you have to do some roaming, and T-root and yourself can, like, you have to
Mhm.
do roaming. You have to plant deep vision. You got to know where you think you can
Watch your
place.
lanes constantly. Watch your jungle
Watch.
timers.
Also,
Mhm.
with supports, with the fighting in the bot lane, you know whether or not you're gonna gank the bot lane depending upon the 2v2 matchup as well, or whether or not you have to roam up top or roam mid. So I think it'll be a better adjustment because of that. But and he said he did have prior experience, which does help. But like, I can just imagine how much grinding in games this guy has to do just to like have a 101 in his head. Because like, I was talking with a friend and he's basically saying the jungle meta changes with every patch. It's not like how
Mhm.
champions change for roles in like the solo lanes don't really change, right? It's just the patches with the abilities change. Whereas jungle, everything changes, so your pathing changes, your timings change, how you get gold efficiency, where to gank, should you be full
Mhm.
clearing, should you know, like this. It's a different meta for a jungler compared to the laners. So to end on that, I SK, like, I was like rooting for them because I like rooting for that underdog team and I like
Mhm.
their logo, but like I literally saw what they did and I was like, where is the sledgehammer to smash my dick in? Because I just don't know what's going on.
Oof.
Bro, I think during the video I was drinking something while I drank an energy drink while watching the video, like watching
I
as it
saw
spit. I was
that.
like, "What the fuck, dude?" I was like, "Holy shit!" I needed an energy drink because I just got off work. I was tired as fuck, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Okay, you people are crackheads. You're just crackheads. Like, what the fuck? T Root, do you do crack actually?
I mean, if you guys heard me on Hotline League last night, you might think that.
Oh my god! Thank
You
God!
got on Hotline League?
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was on Hotline League last night.
Oh my god!
Man, did you give a shout out for me? Like, shout out Warren. He never gets on the show because you guys are dickheads. Like, that would have been
Shout
great.
outs to this
I
amazing.
think so. I just kind of named off like 4 or 5 guys from the Discord channel.
What about me? What did I do?
I
You're
need to
you're
check.
there, of course you are.
I
It's
need,
your fucking channel.
I need to
I
check
really
this
like
out.
that. He said,
Here,
"Oh, you name dropped
I,
me." Yeah.
let me know. But I I like when we are you gonna pull up the power rankings, MSK,
Oh
or
yeah,
like
yeah,
how
yeah.
you gonna do that?
Okay, so I'll address this first. So the reason why, guys, me and T were to express this during the spring, right? We couldn't do like a full blown power rankings because I'm not comfortable making judgments on players I haven't ever seen play. So we just basically just like who do you think is gonna win top 4, right? But now since I've seen most of these guys play for the LEC, we'll do it a little bit different. We'll just put them inside of a tier list, right? So you have first, second through fourth, fifth through sixth, and then seventh through 10th, obviously. You know, because the LEC doesn't do that LCS bullshit of like, oh well, you know, you're eighth place in making playoffs. No, this is just, you know, obviously the correct way of doing things, in my own personal opinion. So, all right, we know most of the rosters, so let's look at it this way. And this is G2 right here, if you guys didn't know. All right, so who's winning? So let's see who's gonna be 10th. Who'd be 10th in your guys' predictions?
Oh, man.
Let me
Bro,
pull up the rosters too, so we'll have them right here.
probably Misfits or Vitality.
No, actually, I don't think. I think I got a hot take. No, I think
LEC summer season right here. I'm just pulling up the rosters. So we have them all. Show roster.
I think XL.
Ugh, dude, it sure does feel that way. Like Misfits, it's safe to assume they would start the same rosters, right?
Yeah, no, it's better if you go back to that rumors page.
Yeah.
And then there's a button that says current roster, and that has everything listed.
Okay. Go to rumors right here.
So, yeah.
Go back. Was it recent changes, right?
Yeah, no, just hit main page.
Okay. Or we're getting
and
there.
Then, yeah, scroll down. Hit EU. No, you just passed it.
Oh, I did? Sorry. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, right there.
We got there, boys.
and then hit current rosters right up there next to changes.
You're a genius because I did not even know any of this stuff. Okay. So we have. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with here. Yeah, Broken Blade, Shock. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yikes. Hot take, Team Vitality might end up like 5th or 4th, but I don't know, man. Like, I really don't know. This is gonna be so hard to judge some of these teams, though, because like there's a lot of random coin flip teams. Like, at least we know this. G2, at least we know the big dogs are gonna win the split this time around, right? Right?
No.
Ah.
I have the no.
Mad Lions
Recency
gonna win the
bias,
split
you got to
again?
put Mad Lions at top, yeah.
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 I'm not saying that they're gonna win, but like to say that G2 would automatically win the split without having seen them play for like weeks at this point would be ludicrous. Though I don't, obviously I don't disbelieve that they could be the summer split winner. It's just like, it'd be just crazy to assume they would just automatically win fucking after they literally just got knocked out by both these teams, Rogue and Mad Lions. So you guys think Mad Lions will finish first at the end of this summer split, right?
I would predict that, yeah.
Yeah, I think the world's experience helped them.
So Rogue and G2 will be like second through like in the top 3, right?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
This is not that, guys. This is not ordered anywhere. If you want to have Rogue, it doesn't matter. It's just how it is. Who's full? Who be that 4th slot? Fnatic or Vitality?
I'm gonna say Vitality. Actually, I'm thinking about this. I'm gonna say Misfits.
I'd say Fnatic.
I'm putting Misfits. Honestly.
Warren?
Here's what.
Call you this morning for this.
Jump from 7th to 4th.
Here's my logic. Like, a lot of their games were really close, and they could have made playoffs too if they got the wins that they needed, and they started clicking late. And the thing that they have going for them is that their roster didn't see any change, which means they've been scrimming together. They've been trying to figure out their problems. Where teams like all these teams that's made these changes, they're gonna need a couple of games to get themselves situated. So
you're saying like in the short term they'll be high, but like they can keep that long term.
I think they can keep that. I think Vander and I like their team is actually pretty good if they're clicking.
Kabe and Vander were they were pretty bad in lane, dude. I don't know. Did you really think Herit was good? I think they have a good team.
I think Herit was good. I think VTO is fine. I think Razork is
he's pretty good jungler, right? They don't have a bad team. They just really don't do anything. They're just kind of I just feel like they don't do anything during the game. Like they make a lot of they don't even make a lot of mistakes. They just don't do enough.
They're just reactionary.
It's either Vitality
Herit had a lot of pop off moments. Yeah,
that's true. But it's like I don't know. I mean, I'm letting you guys pick. So it isn't really fun.
Like I said, I'm gonna say between Misfits or Vitality. Honestly,
I can agree with Misfits being 5-6. I don't know if I would put them 2nd through 4th.
Okay, that's fair. I can go with that.
I think they're borderline. I think after what you said, they would make playoffs this time around. Because if they miss playoffs again with this kind of roster, this org is either cursed or
Deficio.
Oh my god. Okay. Did Officio put a hot dog in your ass or some shit, Warren?
No, he put it in my arm.
It's not a hot dog, it's a pizza.
It's the same thing, dude.
He put it in my armpit. Put it in my armpit and ear.
All right, let's just do that. Astralis? No, I'm just fucking around with you guys. All right, so who's gonna secure this 4th spot? Potentially
No.
Come on, dude. Hashtag always Fnatic, right? Come on, Warren.
No, I just don't see it, man. I see them.
If not Fnatic, then who of the other 4 teams? Like
Vitality. Yeah,
you guys.
Okay.
So we have them 4th. Fnatic is obviously good. I think they will make playoffs. I don't see where Fnatic don't make playoffs though. And they playoffs,
which is weird because I think Astralis would actually make playoffs. Honestly.
Really? Shit.
Yeah.
Magiflix is actually showing that.
Magiflix is actually pretty good.
I think he got over his fear. I think he got over his stage.
I would put. Just gut check. I would put Astralis in playoffs over Vitality.
What?
You're gonna put. Wait a minute. So you're telling me Zanzara is better than self-made
I mean, I think Magi Felix is better than
leader?
Vitality's mid. Yeah, I think he's better than leader. And I think White Knight is better than SLT. So it's just a matter of jungle versus bot lane.
Have you seen SLT? And he's pretty good. Like, that dude's pretty good.
Oh, I know he's good, but I think White Knight is a little bit better because
White Knight is actually
SLT
like,
was the guy that came in to replace White Knight when White Knight got called up to the LCS. So
Is it because he's White Knight? Is that why his team?
no,
White Knight. Do you
No,
know anything about being a White Knight? Actually, T-Root.
no.
Me neither, because I don't think girls. But you know,
Yeah, like this is really tough with those teams because they all went through like just mediocre changes.
so my thing is like Mad Lions, G2, and Rogue I think are pretty secure to get like at least top 3. Then it's kind of just a cesspool of like 4th through 10th for the LEC. Like
You
have
just
Fnatic
don't
with
know.
changes.
Yeah.
You just like you have Fnatic with changes, Vitality with changes. Vitality is huge upside, but could implode potentially. Misfits are on the lower scale of imploding, but I do think they're an okay team. But then you have like 7th through 10th. I mean, SK Gaming. Right, 7.
No, I'm gonna put Schalke.
Okay.
It like Kire has played a little bit on the professional scene for a few. I think he played like 3 games, and he's a bit older. He's 23, 24 ish, I believe. So, what you got, Kire?
He's played since like 2015.
Right. So he with Broken Blade. And then Neon and Limit. I think Nuclear Int has a better Nuclear Int care. Like I might actually switch Misfits with Schalke. What do you think of T-Root? Because now when I think about it, like they have better like supporting cast, I think. And
again, I could see that.
Like for Misfits or Schalke to miss playoff, like for Schalke to miss, if Schalke made playoffs after both of their jungle and mid changes, that'd be actually incredible in and of itself.
I think they will.
Yeah. I mean,
that's
up to you guys. So Misfits or miss playoffs. Interesting.
Again.
What about SK Gaming?
Oh, they're
No.
7th. No,
I can't put faith in it.
That's like 8th place. Excel would be 9th, and Astralis would be 10th. Now, I honestly think Astralis would be better, though. Honestly,
no, I think Astralis should be like 7th, 8th. Like, I don't think that they're the bottom of the barrel team that people write them out to be.
They might, maybe in some cases.
Well,
if the games pan out that way, I could see a world where Astralis is better than Misfits, though. But I don't see it that far right now.
Isn't the summer season? It's 8 teams that make it to playoffs.
That's the LCS.
No, that's only the LCS.
That's only the LCS. We're fucking trash here. So
okay.
right here is where you have your playoff teams, and you have you're sitting at home and fucking jacking off until the next offseason.
Better luck next spring,
next year.
And then new rookies come in again.
And then they fucking dump them after one split.
Yeah. That's the EU trend now.
Oh, shit. Well, nickname my what's up, man? To sum it up, top 3 fight for the title. Vitality maybe join them or finish last, and the rest is a fiesta. No, that's true. I don't disagree with that. Like
we don't disagree for the 3rd time in my life. So.
Oh my god. So you have Mad Lions, G2, Rogue, your top 3, right? And then there's just a cesspool of teams right here. Like Vitality
it's definitely a mess.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean,
a fine list.
I mean, I would like to come back at this list after they do like their
regular season.
After they go through their first, what is it, like the first round robin?
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say halfway point, like after week 4.
Yeah, after week 4, I would love to you could screenshot this, and we come back.
No, you're an idiot.
Wait, what did he say?
I see Fnatic finishing 10th. There's Excel, dude. There's Excel in the league.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, Yamato's not a good coach. I think I think his 2018 hype people just got over his head. Like, he went to LCK and was a dumpster fire there. So it's not out the realm. Like, we saw what happened to Origin. They were supposed to finish second last. What was it, 2020, right?
Yeah, the like top 3.
Was it 20?
Like top 3, and they end up getting like fucking 10th or some shit in summer.
Yeah. So it's not.
Anything is anything is possible.
It's possible, but it's highly unlikely.
I just don't think it happens with Excel and SK Gaming in the league. They're like, or this tier should be like speed run to 10th for the last 2. But like, all right, so our list for the LEC 2021 Summer Split Power Rankings will be Mad Lions first, G2 second, Rogue third, Team Vitality fourth, Fnatic fifth, Schalke 6th, right? Fair.
Yeah, okay. That seems about right.
I can agree with that, yeah.
Okay. Misfits 7th, Astralis 8th, SK Gaming 9th, and Excel 10th.
That's fine.
Who would be a dark horse team? Like out of these teams, maybe
dark horse team. If they could,
for Worlds or to win the split? Like playoffs. Dark horse for what?
For playoffs.
Astralis.
I can see it. Yeah, those are fine choices. I could see it though. I would say Excel, but I don't know how Nuke Duck is gonna really impact their team. Though.
Yeah, Nuke Duck and Denick have to like really show why they deserve to be like, because they are hitting the older part of their ages right now. So
yeah, they're fucking old men, Warren. They're fucking.
Well, Denick's not that old.
Denick is 20. I'm about to turn 26, dude.
Yeah, wow, he was a rookie at 24. Fuck.
Like, I think for the LEC, at least now it's not fucking this type of shit where it's just G2 and Fnatic up here and it's fucking just them fighting, right? At least we're getting some variations in the teams though. Like, my issue here with Mad Lions, which would be probably them not obviously, getting first place, is that they are burnt out from MSI, but they might be more hungry, after just almost beating Damwon in that best of 5. So who knows? Teams come back from MSI, they're burnt out, but not every team's the same. Rogue is an interesting story though. Like, I don't know. It's really hard to say with some of these teams though. Like, and G2, there's question marks around G2 as well. Like, did they figure out their leader position? Did they figure out what they want to do? Like, how they want to play the game? Because it wasn't like they were a dog shit team in the regular season. They were first place for a reason, right? They were just dominating a lot of their games, but it just fell apart in playoffs. So also, what I want to say to bring this up is when you guys saw these teams perform in the playoffs, the reason why a lot of these teams looked worse is because, well, we talked about it before. They're playing on stage. A lot of these teams have not had a chance to play on stage yet. So Mad Lions, G2, Rogue, Fnatic, Schalke, and who was there? SK Gaming. They had a chance to play on stage. That's why you saw like certain teams do like uncharacteristic things. You're like, well, don't Fnatic do this mid game? And why they do it not on stage? There's a reason why they do it on stage. Because you're on the stage. Different factors play into that. So I don't know right now if the LEC is going to be playing on stage. If teams are playing on stage, I could see G2 getting first and Mad Lions getting second, just from stage experience. But then again, we just saw that happen with this new roster for the LEC 2021 spring, and that didn't happen. So just remember, these rankings are dependent on whatever format they're going to play. I don't know if they're going to play on the stage. I don't know if they're going to play obviously at home right now, but this is just how we see the regular season. Playoffs will be a lot more different, obviously, but we have our playoff teams here. Fnatic is always destined to be bad. Now they might actually do pretty well. Who knows? They might even get first place, and Mad Lions might end up getting fourth.
I wanted to say something about that Adam video I saw, right? Where it's like Adam, quadra kill, Adam. Like, I was like, first of all, they've put Adam like near 2 BMWs, but they can't even afford real play. Like, they can't afford play. What is?
Okay, remember that Destiny Child video with Beyonce, and they had Beyonce on the Mercedes, that the one girl on like a fucking parking bench.
Yeah,
you remember that video, don't you? It was this one. Yeah. You're black. You know what Destiny Child is, but like they had Beyonce on a Mercedes, and they had a fucking girl on a motorcycle, and the other black girls on a fucking bench. Like, what the fuck? they can barely. Warren, why are you so mean? Where did Fnatic touch you at?
No,
You know?
it's cause it's like I
His
see like
armpit.
get ready for Adam. You're standing to lease BMWs for a commercial you did because you can barely afford players. Like, what are you doing? At least I know with Team Liquid they can actually afford giving their players BMWs. You barely can do stuff. Like, don't do that. Put them next to like a Toyota Corolla or something. Like, don't put them next to BMW.
No, we know TL is just gonna be a bunch of fucking Honda trucks.
Oh my goodness. Okay, T-Ra, you need to get kicked out of here. What are you talking about?
Like, I don't know. You know, I truly hope all these teams do well. I don't want any team getting 10th, but when you're in this type of league, in these type of situations, teams get 10th. Like, I hope
Somebody's
Fnatic's
gotta be
changes work.
10.
Yeah,
I
I hope Fnatic's changes work. You know, I don't hope they get like low, placed for any split because I know they have a lot of passionate fans and they all want their team to do well.
Passionate's a word.
Yeah, and then if we're talking about, I always am not biased when I come to any team. You know what I mean? I like to think about things rationally, right? But we're talking rationally with some of these teams, even Rogue, like you just be fair with your rankings, like just because something happened once, but doesn't mean it'll translate, and obviously like, vice versa. But
I'm
was there
curious.
anything else? Yes.
I'm just out of curiosity. Can you pull up the schedule? I want to see what week 1 looks like.
They don't have it up yet, actually. I know you said it starts on June 14th, but I came here yesterday to check it out. But it's not up here yet, but it might be today. So let me check right now.
I'm just curious.
You want to watch the Red Bull competition live, guys?
No, thank you.
Was that college or something? Or
Something like that. I'll watch
it's
that
the
college shit.
the lower leagues, which is not bad to watch.
Let's see. LEC? That's Prime League.
no, you just clicked off the LEC.
Did I?
You gotta turn off Academy.
Surf Academy. Yep, it's not here
Oh
yet.
no, damn, they don't have it yet. Fuck.
Damn. You know what's kind of funny? How like people in the NA scene are like, yeah, we gotta support our homegrown talent. Bro, there's 400 people watching that college tournament. 400.
Whole 400.
Nice.
I was gonna say,
nice hypocritical
doesn't
behavior.
Academy start today?
Something like that, yeah.
Nobody
What do you
cares.
think of
because-
It's LCS.
I was gonna say the
Academy,
new Academy format. Double round robin, best of 2s.
That's
Bro, it's
stupid.
Academy.
Nobody cares, man. I'm not even trying to be a dick. Nobody cares. Like, like outside of watching Sven now, there, like nobody cares.
Yeah, like the biggest storyline is like, can Sven carry fucking, Cloud9 Academy? Like, doesn't Cloud9 Academy, TSM Academy, TL Academy always do well? Like, it's one of the things some TL like randomly, but like more like TSM Cloud9 generally do pretty well in the academy scene. But it's like, I just don't like how NA fans go, well, we gotta support our homegrown talent. You people barely watch this shit. What a bunch of hypocritical, stupid fucks.
Yeah,
You
and it's
people
so
are
funny
retarded.
because the LFL, which the league French league, they have like 200K people watching them.
Mm-hmm.
They
Like,
support
that's-
their players.
They just
But
support their region.
And it's like, well, you got the NA orgs don't want to pick up these NA talent. I'm like, you people yourselves don't want NA talent though, because you're not even watching the stuff that. Oh my god, it's such a people are dumb,
Hypocrites.
man.
It's called hypocrites.
It's just being hypocritical. Yeah, like you can't be like, well, NA orgs aren't like purchasing NA players or developing them, yet you yourself don't watch the scene, don't watch the academy things, and also let's be honest here, like who's generally always swapped out when a team does bad? It's mostly the NA players though. And dude, I don't care what region you're from, what you fucking do. I just want to see good League of Legends. And my friend asked me, he was like, how do you know they're playing good League of Legends? It's simple. Watch Perks play, and then watch Palafox play. And you tell me who's better. Tell me who's better.
Freak.
Okay. Well, hey man, Freak 1v1 Febivin, who 1v1 Faker. So basically, Freak is better than Faker, right?
Yeah. With that logic, yep, you're right.
And now Freak is all like, well, man, I had Fudge at top 2 and no one else. People, we didn't attack. People acted like we attack Fudge's personal character. I'm like, he's not playing good right now. To just be like, well, he's a rookie, he'll get better. No one did that for Niles. No one did that for the other guys. They just did that for Fudge. It's like, I did not attack Fudge's personal character. What I said was, he's playing dog shit right now. There's a chance for him to improve. Let's see if he improves. He improved. Oh my god. It's almost like we're watching a fucking sports league. What? People act like
he just stole all Blabber's talent.
Yeah, like people are acting like we talked about his mom or some shit. Like, no, you fucking pussies. We're talking about his gameplay. What the hell's wrong? So Niles didn't have that same thing. No one was like, well, Niles couldn't improve. Blah 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 blah. People just ragged on Niles. Or
Niles is back in Academy now.
Or Revenge. Like people ragged him Revenge, and he was like, well, he's like blah blah blah. It's like you can't be making like special. You can't be cherry picking. Like, if you're making these rules for Fudge, you have to make these rules for Niles and Revenge too. You know, like, I just judge gameplay. I'm not attacking their personal character, their mothers or dads or girlfriends or sisters or wives, whatever. I'm talking about what happened specifically in the game. You know, like, he was playing bad. I'm sorry, he was playing bad. Then now he got better. Okay, that's how it works around here, you know? Because people are like, well, he was a rookie, so you should have tempered your expectations. Nobody did that for Niles. Nobody did that for Revenge. You know, no one did that for Newbie, Jose Diodo. You know, just because he's on Cloud9 doesn't mean he's like impervious to criticism or some shit like that.
Which is, I mean, speaking of Hotline League, you know, bringing that up, one of the callers last night was Fudge is the most popular or like most profitable player the NALCS has ever seen.
What?
Yeah, no. Like go listen to the VOD. He's like the third or fourth caller, and he's basically just sucking Fudge's dick, being like, man, he has the best personality, he's got the most Twitter followers, like this is the guy that will make the LCS rich.
What? Does he have Jack's dick in his mouth?
Dude, I don't know. Like I said, listen to the call. It was fucking stupid.
No, I'm not listening to that nonsense. I want to keep my brain cells. I'm getting old.
It's like, oh my god, dude. It's like when people told me that we don't know what we're talking about, and I asked them, hey, you want to be on the show? We can have a conversation. They're like, no, I don't want to talk to morons. You just prove you're a moron.
See that's my problem with these people. Like,
dude, I swear to God, I'll show you. I have the Reddit comments still. I asked him, "Hey, man, you want to be on the show?" Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Come on the show. Maybe if we're talking about Cloud9 in the wrong way, come on here and explain it to us. I'm not trying to have if you're trying to explain something better to me and I don't understand it, you're more than welcome to be on. I don't see people for not being on.
This is my problem with Hotline League, and you guys can put it on Reddit. I don't care who you are, you friggin' Travis Gafford, Mark Zimmerman suckers. Like, they take some of the most typical and bullshit takes that I've ever heard.
These are borderline like casual fans on like the most casual level. They're actually morons.
They don't take the hard hitting takes, which like it's like, well, are you guys afraid to hear the truth, or like what is it? Like I don't get it, because I've seen some takes and I'm like, are you serious? A 10-year-old could come up with this take. Like, how do you have a job working for Riot Games in the LCS, Mark Zimmerman? Like, how are you an interviewer, Travis Gafford? I don't get that. And that's not even his real name. That's not even his real name.
Remember when people like they had their takes of like fucking like they were just all sucking DeMonte's dick one episode. They're like, oh dude, like 100 Thieves did you so wrong. Bro, we literally watched his games. Remember in the Cloud9 best of 5 they played in the Lock-In tournament? That guy, DeMonte, was like 0-4 in every single game. People kept telling me he played good. All right, dude. Cool story, bro.
Well, he was on like Galio duty, so it's kind of hard to...
Yeah, like he was on TF Galio duty, and it's like people like he's playing so well. I don't know if, and it's not shaded to DeMonte. It's not, I'm just saying, like, okay, people, if you're new to the game, certain champions have a certain set of abilities, and they do certain things differently in the game, right? Yeah. So if you're playing a Galio or a TF, you're not going to be quote unquote carrying the game. I'm just saying, you people really got to understand how to play League. I can tell a lot of people, even commenting, don't know how to play League. By just how you're commenting, I know exactly you don't know how to play the game. or at least you think about it on the level that people like us do. There's nothing wrong with that if you're a casual. Like, it's fine to be a casual, but don't start telling me like intellectual leak things, and you're using shit like, well, because use like narrative terms like, well, Fudge started in Australia, he went to Worlds. That's a narrative. Tell me what he's actually doing in the game that's good. I don't care what the fuck where the fuck he came from. That means nothing. What? I came from fucking a trash can or a crackhead fucking neighborhood. What's that got to do with anything? About how I play League of Legends,
Thanks for your origin story.
You live in Oakland, right?
I live in California. This is a shitty place. I like California, actually. I actually really like California, actually. It's the best state in this.
They have more homeless people than friggin' a refugee camp. But...
New York has just as much, though. Come on.
you guys literally. I saw a documentary. You guys literally have like homeless people like around the block.
No,
like
that
a camp.
Is true. I have a home. Dude, there's a homeless camp literally up. It's where my gym is at. It's like literally a block up. There's like 5 homeless people right there alone. Actually, I think someone had a comment for you, Warren. It was like, no, it wasn't this stream. It was another one where they mentioned your name. That might have been the one I accidentally deleted, though, so it might not be here. No, yo, it was. He was like basically saying, "Fuck you, Warren. You don't know anything about EU." It's like,
what?
I remember that. Yeah, it got deleted. My bad, dude. My bad. I think it was like,
first of all, like, whoever that is, you have any time you could come on here and talk to me and debate about my EU knowledge and what I know and what I don't know. But to say I don't know, like, first of all, like, okay, buddy.
I saw that and I was like, okay.
Oh,
okay, dude.
Did I tell you? So I told a guy on Twitter. Basically, I responded and I said the following. I think I'm gonna paraphrase because I don't remember my exact tweet. I was like, he was like, good job, C9. The boys did well. I'm like, dude, you need to stop with. People need to stop with this. Like, you guys did well.
Mentality.
You guys did well. Like, how? Like, I basically was like, oh, the other regions played bad. We played like shit, basically, and we gotta stop promoting this. He's like, don't tell me how to feel. Where in that entire sentence did I tell you how to feel? I just literally explain to you that we should not be promoting bad gameplay and we should be critical of our teams. I didn't tell you can't feel a certain way. I love when people get a directed
overly
comment.
Defensive.
They get overly defensive and they start to go with emotion instead of logical statements. It's like, okay, I see the type of person you are. You're basically going to be a 10-year-old when you hear the truth. I got it. Cool. Okay, I won't talk to you. I'll just put you in a corner. I'm all right. I'm good. Yeah, I'm like, he's supporting bad. Like, how can you And I got 35 likes for my comment, so clearly I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
I believe that is called a ratio.
Yeah, people always do that, man. They're like, because you'll talk to someone and you'll say like, fucking, I don't know, McDonald's is the shittiest fast food restaurant on this earth. Someone's like, well, you don't know how they prepare food and shit like that. I did not even say that. What crack are you suggesting? You fucking buffoon. I said I don't like their food. You don't know how they treat their workers. You're retarded. You're fucking stupid, and your mom should have aborted your stupid ass. Holy shit! Like, goddamn.
Like that's what I mean. Like, this guy told me this, and I'm like, wait a second. So you're telling me I can't critique them? Get upset that they invested basically almost
millions,
$6+ million because Vulcan wasn't cheap. And like, you're telling me I can't be upset and point out that they did bad?
Remember, it's like the whole Snyder Cut thing. It's like, if you say I don't like certain things about the way Snyder did Superman, well, you don't like it. You can't understand his articulate vision and everything. It's like, dude, I'm talking about just what?
I'm talking about the movie, not him. Like,
yeah, like people are taking these like personal attacks and shit. It's like if a cop comes to your house right now and says, "Hey, sir, do you know where this person was at whatever XX time?" And you go like, "No, my mom is at work right now." What is wrong with you? You fucking crackhead! What? Why do people do that, dude? That shit blows my mind. Like, people are taking
man.
Like, dude, people are taking some random shit, and you haven't even said that though. I think I was talking in a thread with like Azale. He even liked my comment though, because he was talking. This is the last thing I want to bring up. He actually liked my comment earlier because he was talking about like draft and shit like that. And people were saying, well, RNG was drafting really bad and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, well, yeah, they probably drafted really bad, but they still won the tournament, though. And that's one thing people don't understand, too. They might have been drafting bad, and they actually were drafting pretty bad. But they still won the tournament, though. The point of the tournament is to win. And if those teams saw them drafting that bad and didn't beat them, those teams are dog shit. If you saw a team drafting bad for as long as they're playing best of ones all the way to the finals, yeah. Like, it's one thing to call out their drafting bad. It's a one thing to actually deal with it. How are you going to deal with that? You know, you can tell me they're drafting bad. That don't mean shit to me, dude. Are you going to be able to deal with that? Because that means you're dog shit if you can't deal with that, you know? Oh, my God. Shout outs to Rogue, man. Rogue has a banger fucking Twitter. Oh, my God. This shit was a fucking evisceration. They were kind of they were poking fun at Fnatic. I know they don't really hate them. I know that they're just poking fun, right? But holy shit, that was actually hilarious. Where they were like, they posted that picture of Bwipo, and then they're like pause if you're being held at gunpoint. What the fuck? Oh, they were right here. Holy shit, I just saw it right now. It was the most funniest thing I think I've seen in a little bit of time. Rogue is getting way better at Twitter and shit like that.
Did you see G2 put out a meme video?
What was this? When was the first time you guys won a split? And Rogue replied, we can tell if you borrow us a time machine that you can use to relive Fnatic's championships. Blink twice if you need help. Bruh! Bro, your model's like, I didn't sign up for shit, dude. I'm an autofill jungler. What the fuck?
Isn't he like Norwegian? Isn't like he half Arabic or something? So he could be a terrorist.
Oh my God, Ward. When was the first time you guys won a split? When was the last time Fnatic won a split? I'm pretty sure that was before Rogue even had a league team. God, this guy got ratio to fuck.
That's, that's just facts.
Yeah, like that. Like he wasn't dissing on Fnatic's run. It's like Rogue wasn't even a team until like 2019. Like what the fuck, you know? Rogue has zero personality, so they must try to make it. So they must try to take it from others. What? What?
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean? It's a Twitter. What?
Man, these people are really. This is what I'm talking about. These people are on cocaine.
Rogue said Fnatic fans have zero hope, so they must try to take it from others.
People are on cocaine, bro.
Right, and this guy's like, that's why they are still in your head, even though you have to meme them rent free. Imagine having banter and being on Twitter. You don't know how many times I woke up sweating and thinking about self-mates Evelyn. Starting today, I can sleep well again. Oh shit, Rogue! Shout out to you, Rogue, if you watch this, because you have a banger Twitter. Holy shit! I like Fnatic, but this tweet is a banger. I cannot deny. Also, it's a joke. Why is everyone so mad? Maybe they think they can reverse sweep us like this. Oh shit! Oh my god!
I haven't.
Go ahead. My god! Yeah. No. I was finishing. Sorry about that. Oh shit! That was hilarious. I had to laugh at that. What a crackhead! What a legitimate crackhead!
Like I hope this we don't see the downward trajectory of EU.
Yeah.
So, I think I looked at Bwipo's account, and I think he's on another account because he hasn't played a month on his account. So
I think he's on a Smurf or something. He has to be on. He's on.
He has to be because maybe they don't want to see. He doesn't want to show, which is fair. I can.
That's understandable. Yeah, a lot of pros do that. Faker does it too.
Mm-hmm.
But I really hope EU doesn't go in a downward trajectory. Like I just don't like. I think they need to reevaluate. I think the rookies and the veterans. If the player is really, really bad, then you make a change. But they need to really give a person at least a full year split, and then make assessments. Like if that split doesn't work out, and then they try one more split,
get rid of them before the summer of the next year. I think they need
I'd
to really.
agree.
I think they really need to evaluate it because I don't. This doesn't look healthy as a moving forward.
Yeah. The last thing I'll bring up is they had Sam Matthews. He was talking back to LEC Willow and shit, and then like that went on, and then Leader was like, "Selfmade is the reason coronavirus was a thing." Like, holy fuck, these guys are assholes. Selfmade got me kicked from Misfits as well. Selfmade has been like the new thanks Obama meme, dude. It's been hilarious to see. But hey, what's up, LEC Coriolana? How you doing? Hey there. Wait for World's perks to appear. You'll see what it's all about. Yeah, we have a LCS show coming up later
Oh
on
my
today.
god! Listen, I'm gonna be waiting in 2027. That's as much as I'll say.
If
I'm
NA
not.
does well at Worlds, like Cloud9 did back in like some years that they did, they were like successful in. Hey man, I'll wait till I see it.
Crow.
That's all I'll say.
I'll eat crow.
I'll wait until I see it. It's not even just about eating crow. It's more like I want to see that consistently, dude. I don't mind them doing it once, but please do it consistently. Because like I could just say that was luck. Literally, if you only do it one time and you never do it again, that's luck. That's most likely luck then. But you never know. But it was nice seeing you guys here. But yeah, the LEC's been fucking crazy. There's been so many different weird off-season rumor changes. Like Selfmade and Leader gonna be on a team. The fact that Selfmade and Leader gonna be on a team together, is absolutely insane. So we'll see how that goes. Actually, I know, but Perks is LCS and LEC combined. I'm a Perks fanboy too because I have Perks' dick really far down my throat. But
Yeah. Corey Lyon, let me just go ahead.
No, sorry. Let's clear my throat.
Oh, well, finally took the cock out of your mouth.
Thank you.
Corey Lyon, let me just say something. Every year, my friends that I know outside of MSK and others, I always get the icons to support my teams for NA, but like, the thing is, I just want them to. I'm tired of the NAEU meme and like they're winning. Like the record's probably 100-2 at this point because it's like
what's crazy in Worlds 2017 after Cody's son lost his mind and threw that whole game. You know what the record was between EU and NA and best of ones or like the series or some shit like that? It was 24 to 23. It was actually really close. I don't know how that's probably changed a lot since then because they haven't reviewed the stat in years. No,
probably 1,000 to 10.
Yeah, like you can go back and watch that game. It's the Immortals versus Fnatic game of week 2 of that Worlds. They put a stat out. It was 24 to 23 or 24 to 22 with NA versus EU. EU was 2 games ahead, right? So they haven't revealed that stat in 2018, 19. It's been some years. It's been some years since they said that stat.
I just want my teams to do well. I'm just tired of being a laughing stock at international events. Like it's one thing to win domestically, right? Like but like you want to root for your region. Like as an EU fan, you have that glimmer of like we could possibly pull an upset. As an NA fan, you're like, we made it to World. That's our accomplishment. Come on, really? That's
you did the bare minimum required for most orgs of the every year. That's like being that's like congratulating someone on putting on their pants.
So I looked up the record for you, MSK.
Oh no.
So in best of ones, NA has beaten EU 65-55.
Holy shit! Okay.
But in best of threes and best of fives, like any kind of knockout stage, EU's ahead of NA 26-14.
Good God! Good fucking God, dude! They just put their dicks in our fucking assholes, dude.
Yep. Well, I guess I was not wrong about that 100-1. So
NA's good. NA's good at best of ones. When it comes to best of fives against EU teams, they just kind of fall apart.
They just did it for the LCK for the LPL versus NA. It's actually been really close in best of ones for NA versus the LPL, but I imagine in fucking like best of fives, it's a fucking wreckage. I don't want to. Your 1001 record is probably what the LCK best of one record is to the for like NA and shit. There's no way NA's ahead of Korea best of one.
NA versus China. Best of ones, China's up 24-16.
Not too
best
bad.
of fives, China's up 4-3.
Okay, that's not too bad. What about the LCK?
Compared to NA?
Yeah, I know. It's definitely really lopsided.
Let me look. It's so in best of ones, it's 39-6 in favor of Korea. And then in best of threes and best of fives, it's 9-3.
So close to that 101. Oh.
But dude, like, let's be honest here. How often does NA beat a Korean team in a game, though? Like, outside of like CLG beating SKT, C9 beat a couple of Korean teams. TSM, I don't think they've really. Yeah, they've won a few games against Koreans. Outside of like them and team, I knew that was going to be a lot. I knew specifically that one is a lot. Like, NA very rarely beats Korea in best of ones. Very rarely. Very, very rarely win in best of five. So it's crazy. But, it's been nice having you guys here. There's 6 people watching. Make sure if you guys are here, just like the stream. It's always greatly appreciated. I wanted to make sure I got the LEC show out of the way because I like I said before, the channel is going to be focusing on LEC, LCS content. We have our LCS show coming up later on today. We're going to have the LCS, 2021 Summer Split Power Rankings. Cloud9's going to win, obviously. We'll see how it goes,
Okay,
TSM,
have a great day.
You have your grudge match against fucking Team Liquid coming up this fucking Friday. So, hey, man, can TSM get their revenge against Team Liquid? Who knows?
Let's go, Dignitas.
All right, bye, T-Root.
Okay, T-Root.
Oh, my God. Bwipo and Hillsang synergy is being invested in Fnatic's roster. Remember how Hilling and Bwipo did in bot lane in 2018? Now jungle support will be even better, I think. There's a good chance.
That's a possibility. I can see
possibility.
I didn't consider that, yeah.
That's true because, they always talk about Fnatic and Bwipo and Hillsang having really good synergy. So I could see that being a big plus now that you have two of the most influential roles on the map interacting with each other, because when they're top in support, they don't really get a chance to interact because top lane is normally on an island. So now having Bwipo jungle and Hillsang support, it could be a good benefit, That's how I see it personally. But we'll see how it goes. Fnatic is still getting 5th place. Holy shit. Oh my God. But yeah, so we had our power rankings. Sorry, I probably didn't screenshot it. Someone is going to do it later on.
I mean, we can just go back to the clip anyway.
Yeah, because Warren basically said SK Gaming is going to be 1st place. That's what he said.
Imagine if they do. Like, that would be like.
I don't want to watch the league anymore. I'm just going to watch fucking Brazil or some shit.
You know what? I'm going to say a hot take right here.
Oh, Lord.
I got the hot take right here. SK comes 3rd.
By
regular
Warren.
Season or postseason?
By the end of the season. They're going SK's going to Worlds. You heard me say it right here. SK Gaming is going to World, boys. I'll be the lunatic today.
See, now I don't feel as bad for my Hotline League take last night. Now you're making me look good.
There's G2's is gonna win the split. You heard it here first. I have Carlos's dick all the way down to my fucking throat. But yeah, see you guys later. We'll be back here later on today with our LCS show. See you guys later. And I'm signing out. Peace. Have a good day. See you guys later. Deuces. Thank you guys for the 700 subscribers. We're 300 subscribers off from 1,000. So, for anybody that tells me I don't know how to do this shit, you're lying. You crackheads. But yeah, see you guys later. Peace out. And Fnatic suck. See you later.